Good afternoon, Ivan.
Yes, you are welcome to the call, and thank you so much for accepting to talk to my June students. I believe
You're welcome.
I believe your words of wisdom or your experience with the paper and your responses to their questions will give them more confidence to approach the paper. Please, you have 2 to 5 minutes for you to share what you have for them.
Thank you. Good afternoon once again. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk to your students. I don't have a lot to share, but what I can say about SBR, you have to first look at the pass rate. The pass rate of SBR is 50%. So that means that very many people pass it. So that means that they are not very strict compared to like when you see pass rates of triple A and AFM where they are below 50. So that means SBR is an easy paper to pass. That's the first thing you should know. Now, when you come to the paper itself, you know there are some assured marks that you should be counting on. For example, in consolidation, you should know how to now format a statement of financial position, to adjust the different adjustments, and also some standards that usually come on to the kids. It gives you a pattern of the standards that they like setting on consolidation. Then when you go to ethics, ethics is usually 8 marks. It's going to answer it because on ethics, that's where there are professional marks, if I'm not wrong. There are two professional marks. So on ethics, you have to know how to get those professional marks, how to organize your work, and you know that it's going to be a standard. That's how they now do it. So that means that on number two, which is 20 marks, it will be ethics and the standard. Then number three is fully standards, and number four is they usually bring standards of sustainability. So my way of approaching this paper was that I first had to know the standards, you know, not all of them, but most of them. Then I had to know the key marking points. When you look into the kits, there is a lot of content that it then makes sense. But now you have to know how to break down that content. For example, if they tell you to account for IS-38, you have to know how it's initially recognized, the measurement, and is it the derecognition? So you have to know the steps. So when you apply those steps into the paper, you will get your marks. Let's say it's 6 marks. At most, you will get 5 marks, and you do not just write content. That's the very big mistake you can make in the SBR paper. If you just write what you know about the standard without applying it, it's really going to be like you're wasting time. You'll get at least 1 mark. But if you, let's say, IS-38 is recognized at cost, and you say the cost is 32 million and where it will go, you're going to get enough marks. Then number three is usually standard based, and in my paper, it was quite difficult. But what I did, like I said, you just point out the key things. What's the initial recognition? How is it measured at fair value? What's the fair value in the question that they have given us? What's the accounting treatment of this? Then you go to the measurement. Then if there is it subsequent measurement? So that's I believe that's how I got marks when I was in that paper. And I remember on number three, they bought for me modification of contracts, IFRS 15 revenue. I had read revenue, but I didn't know modification. So a student would want to forge. Who would he would a normal student would be like, let me put something. But what I did, I saw that I could not do nothing. I could do nothing, entirely nothing on that number. So I moved on quickly. Instead of wasting time forging, you move on where there are new marks, where there are easy marks. And I can tell you when I moved on onto the next number, I found very easy marks. I found IFRS 8, 36, and 38. So if as a student who would say that let me forge and I take time on that modification, and let's say you get 1 mark after forging, but you move to the last number and you realize that why didn't I come here? So the key thing in the paper is to always move on. If you see you cannot attempt something, do not get discouraged. Just say, I'll come back to it, move on. And I can assure you that when you move on, you'll find where you'll get easy marks in the paper. So SBR is not a hard paper. I didn't do FR, I got exemptions. So, and I passed with a 63. So that's when I realized that SBR is not a very hard paper. You just need to know how to incorporate the question into the accounting treatment and the standard. So if you know the standard, just incorporate it into the question and do not overwrite. Just get the key points. So this is what I can present to you. And if there are any questions, um, you're welcome to ask me. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Ian, for sharing your experience. Any question? Yes, yes, Sarah.
Ivan, I don't have any question, but I'm just appreciating him for what he has given us.
Okay, anyone with a question to Ian? Emmanuel, any question for Ian?
Ivan, I think that breakdown was really insightful. Thank you very much, Ian.
You're welcome.
That approach was really insightful.
Thank you.
Okay, so Ibra, anything for Ian, Ezra?
Nothing much apart from thanking him for that breakdown he's given us.
Okay. All right. So, Ian, thank you so much for your for accepting to really talk to these students, and yeah, we just wish you the very best as Giovanni in the remaining papers for your qualification.
Thank you. I wish your students the very best. And I can tell you that you have the best lecturer. So you listen to what he's telling you. Do not take it for granted. Do not think that the kid has the right answers. No. What he's presenting to you is what actually you're going to do in a paper as a student. The kid is presenting to you a model answer. So what Mr. Ivan is giving you and how he's structuring his answer, that's how a normal student would structure it and they would get all the marks. So yeah, thank you once again for inviting me.
All right. You can drop off. So,
All right.
students, I think we've had enough interactions for today. I'm going to fix a date within the week for us to discuss consolidated statement of profit or loss. On the revision pack, you have consolidated statement of financial position and the approach you guys can follow to answer it. You also have consolidated statement of cash flows. You also have foreign, we can have foreign subsidiaries, how we handle them. There's also a group accounts question on that. Please make use of that, so that with these live sessions I only concentrate on something that I feel it is new. Maybe it is an addition to the syllabus and you guys really need it to succeed. All right, if there's no question for me, please have the best of your weekend. But as I have always said, no student has free time. You will enjoy your free time after qualifying. What does it mean? Use the available time to practice under exam conditions, and always debrief whatever you've practiced. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Evan.